The Earth, ecosystems, and human societies are all seriously threatened by the pressing and complicated issue of climate change. It is mostly caused by human activity and results in ecological disruptions, harsh weather, and rising temperatures. There is yet hope, though. We can take significant action to lessen the effects of climate change and work toward a sustainable future by comprehending its reality and putting effective policies into place. Here are 7 key points that highlight the current state of climate change and actionable steps we can take to combat it. Number 7. Understanding the crisis. Because of human activities that send greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, climate change is radically changing the Earth's climate systems. The most important of these gases is carbon dioxide, which is released during industrial activities, deforestation, and the burning of fossil fuels for energy. Global average temperatures have increased by about 1.54 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century, which has significant effects on biodiversity, weather patterns, and sea levels. Recognizing the interdependence of human activity and climate systems is essential to comprehending this catastrophe. It highlights the urgency of taking quick action to cut emissions and prepare for future changes. Number 6. Recognizing the impacts. Global social structures, economic stability, human health, and environmental systems are all impacted by the wide-ranging and complex effects of climate change. The frequency and severity of extreme weather events are growing, for example. Hurricanes have gotten stronger because of warming ocean temperatures, causing catastrophic floods and devastation in coastal areas. These incidents can cause long-term economic repercussions as communities try to recover, in addition to the acute physical harm. Due to a lack of resources for adaptation and recovery, vulnerable populations, especially those in developing nations, are disproportionately impacted by these changes. Food security is also seriously threatened by climate change in areas that formerly depended on consistent growing conditions. Shifting agricultural zones may result in crop failures. Understanding these effects emphasizes how urgent it is to address climate change holistically, using mitigation techniques that take adaptation measures into account. Number 5. Transition to renewable energy. One of the best ways to fight climate change and cut greenhouse gas emissions is to switch from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources. Solar panels, wind turbines, hydroelectric power plants, and geothermal systems are examples of renewable energy technologies that use sustainable and plentiful natural resources. Through regulations that encourage investment in infrastructure for renewable energy, governments may play a crucial role in easing this transition. This may entail offering funds for the construction of wind farms or enacting tax incentives for solar energy installations. Businesses can also invest in renewable energy solutions by buying green energy from utility companies that are dedicated to sustainability or by adding solar panels to their buildings. Number 4. Enhancing energy efficiency. A key tactic for lowering greenhouse gas emissions in all spheres of society, from individual residences to commercial structures and industrial processes, is increasing energy efficiency. Getting more out of each unit of energy used without compromising comfort or productivity is what is meant by energy efficiency, which is the use of less energy to do the same activity or provide the same output. Since LED lighting uses up to 80% less energy than conventional bulbs and lasts far longer, simple actions like switching from incandescent to LED lighting can result in considerable reductions in overall energy consumption. Building insulation upgrades improve thermal performance and lessen heating and cooling requirements, which lowers energy costs and emissions related to fossil fuel-based electricity generation. Prioritizing energy efficiency in all spheres of life, residential, commercial, and industrial, not only reduces emissions, but also lowers energy costs and lessens the strain on our power systems. Number 3. Advocating for sustainable practices. Promoting sustainable practices in a variety of industries is crucial to reducing the effects of climate change and encouraging environmental care. The creation and application of carbon capture and storage technology, which can be used in sectors like cement manufacturing and fossil fuel power, generation two major global sources of CO2 emissions, is one viable approach. Before CO2 emissions reach the atmosphere, they must be captured at their source and stored underground or used in other processes, such as enhanced oil recovery or the creation of synthetic fuels. It can also sequester carbon while giving farmers additional revenue streams through the production of fruit or timber. Promoting research into these methods and technology is essential to developing solutions that lessen our overall environmental effect, while guaranteeing that we can sustainably meet the world's food needs. Number 2. Engaging in policy advocacy. Advocating for policies is essential to bringing about systemic change in climate action programs that aim to successfully reduce greenhouse gas emissions at the national and international levels. Supporting carbon pricing mechanisms, such as cap and trade systems or carbon taxes, also provides financial incentives for companies looking to cut emissions while earning income that can be used to fund sustainable projects like renewable energy projects or public transportation upgrades that aim to improve accessibility for a variety of urban populations whose access is frequently restricted due to inadequate infrastructure development that was previously undertaken elsewhere. Number 1. Fostering community action. Promoting community action is essential for tackling climate change at the local level and creating a sustainable culture among the populace. In contrast to isolated individual actions taken independently without coordination amongst various stakeholders involved throughout the process itself, raising awareness of climate issues within communities creates opportunities for collective action towards sustainability initiatives that benefit both people and the planet. People can participate in local environmental organizations' projects, such as tree planting campaigns, that restore habitats that have been harmed over time by urbanization pressures on natural landscapes that existed before development. Community gardens that support local food production and increase biodiversity, while also promoting social cohesion among the diverse populations living nearby, who might not otherwise have access to fresh produce at markets farther from their homes where they live on a daily basis. We can build a more resilient and sustainable future by comprehending the issue, acknowledging its effects, switching to renewable energy, improving energy efficiency, promoting sustainable practices, pushing for policies, and encouraging community action. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to subscribe.